Hi everybody, Steve here. Val's on the camera. She's playing that sore throat thing for all it's worth.
Alright, what are we doing?
We're getting ready to do our annual spaghetti sauce making. It'll get us through for the whole year.
Alright, we thought we'd bring you along. And this is not to show you a recipe, this is to show you how we do it and just so you can see what we're doing today.
So last year we got Roma tomatoes, and I liked the way the Romas worked. It seemed like they gave us a lot more sauce and a lot meatier sauce. So we're using Roma tomatoes. We got 2 bushel. I'm assuming that's a bushel case.
It's 25 pounds.
We got 50-pound Roma tomatoes.
Right.
Alright, what we're going to do is we got our hot water going here. We're going to blanch the tomatoes for a few minutes till the skin breaks, and then we'll transfer them
Into a bowl.
into a bowl, and then drop them into our food strainer. Drop them in there, crank the handle, and it'll kick out the juice and tomato stuff, and it'll throw the peels over here on this side. And then we'll dump it into our 18-quart roaster. And Valerie will do her magic with her seasoning.
So we're going to be using an Italian seasoning, and this has oregano and basil and
A bunch of different stuff she threw.
yeah, rosemary and stuff like that. So it was almost empty, so we kind of made our own little mix in there.
Saute our peppers and onions.
We had some red peppers that we had put in the freezer, red and yellow peppers, to save for the sauce. So I'm thawing those out. I've got some green peppers and some red onions in there, and then some minced garlic I'm going to throw in there and saute it up.
I like garlic.
And I'm going to be using the Tang stir-fry oil that's infused with garlic and onions and herbs. And that's what I'm going to be using to saute my vegetables. And I always put my vegetables, when I'm finished, into the blender and chop them down real fine, so that we don't have the chunks in the spaghetti sauce, because that's the way Steve likes it. And it's fine with me. I'll eat it either way. So we're going to get started, and we'll show you our process along the way. I'm going to get ready and throw some of these tomatoes in the water here and wash them off so we have nice clean tomatoes. If there's bad spots in them, I'll check them and cut the bad spots out, because we don't want that in our sauce. And let's get started. Alright, I'm going to take about that much. It's just about boiling. So I'm not going to put too many in at a time, because
We got to get them back out.
you got to process them. So just wait till they see the skin start to split on them. That means they're getting soft, and we'll pull them out, and they'll go to Steve next.
Okay, stay tuned.
As you can see on them, they are splitting, so that means they're done. This machine will separate the skins.
The table don't want to stay still.
Have my peppers over here cooking. My onions. As it gets sauteed up a little, I'm going to add some garlic to it. You can smell it cooking. And I'm just going to cut it back to medium heat, because we're not in a hurry with that. So.
I got some lubrication in there.
Alright, we got tomatoes flowing here. There we go. Alright, got some nice sauce coming out of there. And you can see where the scraps come out this side and will go in this little blue bowl here. So we can run those through again if we want to try to get any more juice out of them.
And we will.
So we will do that. But so far, we got a little bit of sauce coming out on our first batch. This batch is looking good. Water stopped boiling, so we just got to give it a minute to start boiling again. Ooh, steaming you up. Peppers smell awesome. Cooking down nicely. Alright, and I'm going to grab some black pepper because we do want to put some black pepper in there too. I don't add a lot of salt and we don't add a lot of sugar. I will put a little bit in, but it's not even compared to what you would get if you bought it in the store. That's why we try to do this. And people have asked me, are you really saving money if you buy in the vegetables? But we do support our local market. And it is healthier because there's no preservatives in it. And we can make it the way we want to make it. And we just like ours better. So, keep on cooking.
Low sugar, low sodium.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, watch that box of tomatoes. Our first batch is going in the slow cooker. We'll cook it up. There we go. Put the lid on it and wait for the next one. We have a little under half a box of tomatoes left. We used to have some washing, some that have already been washed. We have these ready to go in the pot. We have some in the pot. Steve has
some crust ready to go in the
a batch ready to come over to the cooker. Oh, the water dripping. The cooker's half full. So we're going to fill that up. And I'm going to go ahead and put the spices in it. I've already put the peppers and onions and everything in it. But I'm going to add some black pepper and my Italian seasoning mix. So, we do that. We'll get that spices started in there. Wow. Might be an easier way. Let's see if I have any black pepper up here. I don't want it too peppery. But I want a little pepper in there. So I'll just put some black pepper in there. Alrighty, we'll keep on keeping on. Alright, we are done processing. And we have a full 18 quart.
Yeah, it's probably 17.
And, well, it's an 18 quart that's full. And,
Stock pot.
stock pot. That's our pot. We had some left that wouldn't fit in. So, Steve is going to give it a taste test. We got all of our spices and our peppers and our onions and garlic and everything in it. So, if he wants to taste test it.
More spice. My wife says I'm crazy. I'll try this one. That one tastes better.
Alrighty, we're going to let it sit for a little bit and then we'll come back and can it up. Get all those herbs and spices in there. All right, we got our first 7 quarts of spaghetti sauce canned up. We're getting ready to put them in the canner and process them for 45 minutes. We do heat our jars before we put the sauce in, heat our rings and heat our lids. So Steve is going to drop it in or gently place it in the canner. We're going to make sure that all of our bottles are covered over. Oh, that's hot. Ooh, it's hot. I'll pour that other pan in there. Alright, we're going to bring it up to a boil and then let it boil for 45 minutes. We'll finish the rest of our sauce. We're done.
Woohoo!
Yay!
We had a good time on that one.
It is now almost 6:30 in the evening. We started around noon. So it's about 6.5 hours. We got
22 and a half, or 22 quarts and 1 pint.
Yep. So I say we did pretty good.
Just a little over $1 a jar.
Yep. And they're popping. They're starting to pop. Some of them are already all popped, but I think we're gonna have some good spaghetti sauce here. See all the nice little herbs and spices in there. All right. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yep.
Well, we made our spaghetti sauce, so y'all have a great week. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed and you want to. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.